Hey guys, and welcome to Tomatalk with John and Hunter. What's up, dude? Long time no speak.
Yep. Been a minute, but there's a lot going on.
Oh, there's a ton going on, dude.
Yeah,
First
what I
of
heard
all,
that Tatis.
oh
Yeah,
god, yeah, we were gonna go with Tatis, weren't we?
I had to call you then. Yeah,
You had to call me on it. Man, I was shocked. I was shocked, dude. Like, he's due to come back from that motorcycle accident, and next thing you know, 80-game PED suspension.
you think
Unreal.
he's been on it the entire time?
I think so.
Because he's got a lot of pop for his stature.
Yeah, I mean, but Ronnie's not that much bigger than him, but Ronnie's not PED, and Ronnie's just a phenom.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Ronnie's got a bigger stature. I feel like slightly bigger,
Mm,
not too bigger,
I mean, it's
not
possible.
taller.
But,
Yeah,
no, I mean, I don't know if he's been on the thing the whole time, man, or maybe he was taking a substance to get better faster. I mean, honestly, we can't speculate. But I will
yeah.
say this, he has done some dumb stuff for that big of a contract. And you were telling me earlier that
14 years, man.
14 years, yeah, that they're tied to
14-year contract.
with no opt-outs. That's
Yeah, they might. They're gonna try to find a loophole around that, man.
well, you would think with I think there was a clause in there that said he couldn't screw around with motorcycles.
No, maybe. There's a lot of clauses. There's got to be a lot of different clauses in those contracts, like ethical ones, like you can't
Yeah,
fucking beat the shit out of your wife, things like that. Like
I can think of a certain
and dude,
someone we wouldn't
he's
like to
about to
have that in
go.
their contract.
Well, look. I know this isn't probably the first thing we should bring up, but he was also with the chick that Bauer got with that got him in all this trouble.
Oh,
So
I do
he's
know that.
almost going for the trifecta, like freak injury, PEDs,
And
watching him have a
crazy woman,
domestic
right?
situation.
Yeah.
I don't wish that for him because
Oh
we
God,
need
no.
him in the game of baseball.
Well, he makes the game of baseball fun. I mean, like
Yeah,
most
yeah.
people don't even mention Mike Trout now. It's more Tatis, Vlad,
It's
Ronnie.
Otani. No, it's Otani.
No, it
Yeah.
is Otani that's getting mentioned. Ain't no doubts about that.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
I'll say this. I mean, like that last series against the Mets, man, that was brutal, dude. And come to find out, we're losing. Well, I mean, honestly, we're not losing Freddie. It goes retroactive back to the eighth.
No, they're
So
setting him up to pitch against the Mets.
yeah, I agree. And it probably would be good for his arm to have a maybe skip a start.
Yeah, it'll be curious when he comes back. You see how our guys play when we get a day off a lot of times.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, heck, big fan of our pod. Ashley mentioned they have a double header tomorrow.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be Ian and Mueller's coming up. They
Really.
showed yeah, showed Strider originally, but they corrected it. It's gonna be Mueller.
I mean, I think Spencer needs to get back out there, especially after that poor start. And did you see the video?
They've got to limit his innings though.
They do, especially him coming off a TJ. But did you happen to see the press he got after some of his comments after the Mets start?
Yeah.
Well, if we go back and actually look at that game and we look at the strike zone given to Mets pitching compared to the strike zone given to Braves pitching,
Well,
I think you might have a little bit of a beef, but you also got to think it was CB Buckner behind the freaking plate. And you know how I feel about CB Buckner, Angel Hernandez, and the guy who shall not be mentioned. We all know.
I feel like he was talking about the luck bloop hits, like what happened at third base with Austin Riley, like
If
hits like that.
I'm sorry, but if anything, I've been criticizing the officiating, but he knows he'll get suspended if he does that. Give and go. For some reason, you cannot criticize, and I mean, if you criticize Angel Hernandez, he'll call you a racist.
Yeah,
Good old Angel.
Yeah, you have to question how much longer he's going to be in the league. He's like Joe West.
I
Like,
really hope him and Buckner are out
he's a
soon.
lot younger, but he's going to be pushed out of the league for too long. And it's not going to be because of racism. It's because he don't know how to do his job.
Exactly, exactly. So I mean, like,
How about tonight?
Oh,
How
tonight.
about tonight?
Tonight. Let's go with that. All right. So to
We'll get back to Tatis because I
yeah,
want to talk about that a
we'll get
little
back
bit
to
more.
Tatis. Okay, so tonight's game, obviously, man, need win, must need win. Uh, once again, you get to the ninth inning, and what happens? It's
Yeah,
like heart attack
Kenley.
central. Yeah, Kenley. Which I mean, I know he has a bad heart. He tries, and he's the second active save leader in the league. But
Yeah, yeah, he got his 23rd save tonight. I have nothing against Kenley, and he
no,
does
no,
his
absolutely
job
not.
for the most part. It's just, I think that's why we got Iglesias so that we could have kind of whichever one makes the most sense in any given night type thing, like closer by committee, like we used to have, like in 2020, 2019.
Yeah, exactly.
When we had Malance and we had Green and we had like a Will Smith. We had like three closers at one point.
Yeah, well, you had Chris Martin also.
Chris Martin,
You
yeah, he
had
was more like the
Martin.
eighth inning guy,
Yeah,
but
he was the eighth inning guy. Martin, Green, Lance, and Smith. Yeah,
yeah,
and that was a night. I like closer by committee because you're not exactly relying on one guy. And Kenley's
you
just not
can't,
that guy
you
anymore.
can't, and especially when they expect that same person. Like if you're not dominant, they're anticipating everything you're gonna do, and if it's a close ball game, you just can't do that.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, like it's Mentor is statistically having the best year of his career right now, right? I mean, really, hands
Mm.
down.
Yeah, it
And
doesn't feel like it though.
no, and that's only because they've taxed him so hard. But statistically, if you look at as his stats, they look the best he's had, and he has not been sent down once this year. Even last year, he got sent down for like a week. But we've got to either figure out if Mentor's going to be the ninth inning guy, or if they're going to stick with, or if they're going to go to Iglesias, or they're going to go to keep sticking
I
with
think
Kenley.
they're going to go back and forth from Mentor, Iglesias, and Kenley
So
how
closer
it
by
sees
committee.
fit. Not just that, like a high leverage inning by committee.
Or you can also throw Matzik in there. Now that he's had time to
Oh yeah,
get his arm
yeah,
straight, yeah.
yeah. He had a little bit of rough go tonight.
Yeah, what happened with
But
that? I missed that.
well, I mean, they had to go 5 innings tonight, so they were pressing it.
Yeah, they were. Here's my thing. You're sending Ian down, and we all know Ian's problem is longevity. But you
Well,
had
he
the
pitches
same.
tomorrow at 1,
But you had the
so he's
well,
coming back up.
no. It's he's on the taxi squad. But I'm
No, I
saying
mean he pitches tomorrow. Yeah.
he is going to Gwinnett regardless. How
Mm,
long he stays down there is a different story.
I don't know.
Matt,
I feel like they skipped his spot, or not skipped his spot, but they sent him down for a start in Gwinnett, and now he's back up. He's pitching tomorrow. I feel like he's going to be back up in the rotation. We can't send out Odorizzi over Ian.
I don't think so either. But according to Tyler was telling me, and he has it from good sources within the organization that yeah, he's going to be on the taxi squad. Yeah, they probably are going to continue to use him in
Yeah.
starts, but he is getting sent down to Gwinnett regardless.
Well, see, that's the weird thing then, because we've only really got. Oh, well, like I said, Mueller's having a start tomorrow too. So it's going to be Ian and Mueller supposedly, and Mueller would also be a taxi squad guy. Like if they keep, like, say Ian has a good start tomorrow, he's still like he would still have to be on the taxi squad over Odorizzi because Odorizzi's a vet that can't be sent down like that to AAA. Like they couldn't just like say he shit it up today. He did hang on for us for a couple innings after he had done pretty poorly.
Yeah.
But they can't just send him down to AAA. They would have to DFA him.
Yeah, they would have to DFA him, and that would pretty much defeat the purpose
of having that depth.
Yeah.
So we're going to keep him on the squad. We're going to keep Mueller and Ian up.
I mean, ultimately, what it was mentioned to me was maybe use him as a innings eater in the bullpen. Eventually bring Anderson back up, maybe after a couple starts down in Gwinnett.
Like today.
Yeah.
He's pitching today. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
but what they're saying is, I mean, like I said,
I think he's gonna have to continue pitching his next rotation spot as well. We're basically a 6-man rotation spot,
which I'm all for. I'm all for that because
we got to stretch our guys.
Yeah, and you want to limit Spencer a little bit. But there's no way you can't remove him from the rotation. The guy's earned his spot.
Yeah.
And even AA himself has said they have no intention of removing him from the rotation.
But look what they did with Fried in 2019 when he was a great starter and they put him in the bullpen just so he could be a lefty, high leverage guy.
Yeah.
I can see going into the playoffs, especially in a 3-game series where we've got our 3 main starters, that they would put Spencer in the bullpen to come in as like a fucking shutout 2-inning guy. Like we're up 1 run, he comes in, pitches the 7th, 8th, or 8th and 9th. I can see that. And I would like him in that position. Kind of like how Minter did like recently, where he was kind of like our 2-3 inning guy that just came in the middle of games and shut things down. We got to have a guy like that as well. And Minter's too taxed to do that again.
Well, you also have McHugh.
Yeah, but he's not a strikeout pitcher. You got to have guys in the playoffs that can come in and put guys away, set them down.
Very true.
Not just contact.
I mean, like Minter's 3 innings against the Dodgers back in 2020 was beautiful, a work of art.
Yeah, and he done the same thing when Morton came out in Game 1 of the World Series when he got hurt.
Yeah, I know.
And Minter came in and done. Yeah, I mean that's what he done in 2021 too.
And I was talking to Tyler, and me and Tyler, we were like, what do we need to do? And here's what I basically think the Braves have to do in this last half of the season, the last now 49 games, right? Essentially what I said was we needed to at least go 38 and 14 to win the division. And take the series with the Mets. That's the big one.
I slightly gave up on the division a little bit, and you know that's not like me.
No,
because last year I never gave up on it at any point. But
I mean,
I'm not giving up on it. But I'm thinking
the first half of the season, but we didn't ever really give up on the team and say we're not making.
There was no point. The division was always there for the taking last year. It didn't. It didn't matter what we done. Like, but
I mean, but this is a different Mets team. This is not the fall apart in August and September. They're actually for real.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And so are the Phillies. The Phillies are plowing on.
Yeah. The Phillies beat them tonight, thankfully.
I know, thank God. That was one thing I was going to mention.
We got up to 6 games on them.
Yeah, so if Philly can do what they need to do this weekend, we do what we need to do. That's going to put us in a decent sitting spot.
And see, that's what sucks too, is how quickly we went from
3.5 back,
like 10 games to a half game back, to all the way back to 7 games back.
We were like 2.5 back of them at one point.
No. At one point we got to 0.5
Oh, that's right. We were a half a game
Yeah,
back,
yeah,
and then we went
yeah.
to
And the next thing we know, we were 4, 5, and then 7 games back.
yeah. But
So
then
things can
again,
change quickly. We know that.
last season, right? Last season, we were sitting what 6 games back at the All Star break,
Yeah, that
and
was against the
then
Phillies.
yeah, and then we railed
And the
off.
Phillies are a lot better this year too.
They are, but we are actually still owning that series. Well, no, we're split. It is a complete tie in the series matchup.
Yeah, I mean, right now I think we'd be playing the Padres.
Yeah,
Or actually, yeah. I just checked it tonight. I think
'cause it would have been
they've still got their spot.
because we started our like our West Coast.
It would either be the
swing.
Padres or the Phillies.
Mm.
I'm not sure how
Okay,
it matches up
so
on.
the new way the schedule, I mean the new way the system works is you have the 3 wild cards, right?
Yeah.
Your first two
You're
divisional winners,
get a
the two
bye.
best records in that league, get an automatic first round bye to the division series.
So the Dodgers and the Dodgers and the Yankees would get a bye in their league, and then the other two divisional.
No, what happens
What?
is, so the third team, the third division winner with the lowest record would play the top
Which
the
record?
top division. I don't know. I'll have to review the rules on that again. Honestly,
I think there's gonna be a fucking bye.
yeah.
And
To
I'm
the
not.
division
Yeah,
series.
but like the Dodgers would get that now, but they can't both like somebody's gonna have to play the wild card teams, but the wild card teams
I think it's the bottom two
are gonna
wild
play
cards.
each other first.
I think.
I'm honestly not. I've been confused.
All right, let's
This is the first
see.
time in years I've been confused of what exactly is about to happen in the
Pretty much.
playoffs.
I would have to read over it before I make a statement on it. So, anyways,
No, I have read over it and I'm still confused. That's what I'm saying. We've known for like 6 months now, and I'm still not exactly sure where we stand.
yeah. Well, this is a
I
different.
think we would be playing the Padres.
I think we would. I kind of like our chances right now with the Padres.
Well, yeah,
Even with
that's
them
the same
picking
thing I
Soto,
commented. I said,
even
damn, it's
with
bad
them
for the game,
picking-
but
even with-
also
Mhm.
we're going to run into them in the playoffs, and it'd be nice to not have Tatis.
Yeah.
Sorry. I want him in the game, but
At the same time, you don't want him against the Braves in the game,
and
especially
it makes
with
you
Juan
wonder.
Soto.
It makes you wonder. Yeah, it makes you wonder if that played a part in them going after Juan Soto.
I wonder if they did know. I wonder if that was kind of.
They had to know something.
They had to know a little something.
Yeah, they did. They
But-
definitely did.
But you still got Machado. You still got Soto out there. You still got a rock star of a team. And you got the the former A's manager.
You got Musgrove, you got
Yeah.
Darvish, you got Clevenger finally coming back, you got
Yeah.
Blake Snell that's finally starting to look decent.
I mean, they're still dangerous. Very.
Yeah, no, they're a great
dangerous.
team. I like them a lot as a team.
But who do you think? I mean, I think we will win the number 1 wild card spot. I think
Well,
it'll be.
we're in the number 1 wild card
No, I'm
spot.
saying I think we will either win that or a potential for the division. Hopefully, the division. But
I
I'll
think
take
we're
the
gonna come
playoffs.
close for that.
Either way. Either way.
We're gonna, yeah. I think we're gonna get right up to the division, and this will be the first year we don't make it. But it's not gonna bother me.
No,
Because
because it's not
we-
a one. Because it's not a one and done anymore. It's a 3-game.
We've
playoff
got the
regardless.
experience. We've got the experience, and we've shown that we can win those types of games in 2020 when we face the Reds.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we can win a 3-game playoff against some team that's not been in the playoffs hardly ever. Especially if it's like the Phillies. Imagine us playing the Phillies and dude, who would you rather play, the Padres or the Phillies? In a
Honestly.
3-game wild card.
Honestly, Phillies.
I would rather play the Phillies for the fuck of it, But
Yeah.
honestly, I I
I
don't know.
don't
I
know.
guess we'd have to look at the pitching.
Yeah, we would. We'd have to
Who
see
would you
who was
rather face?
line
For your-
pitching wise.
I would rather face Wheeler and Nola
Yeah, because we see
in
them
like
all the time
first
and we
two
have a better
important
record against
games.
them. Yeah, it
Mm.
would make a lot more sense, man.
But I feel like playing the Padres and them not being as familiar with us and our experience in the playoffs would help us.
Gives us
But
the
also,
advantage.
you could say that about the Phillies because we play them all the time, but not in playoff series.
No, and
That'll be
honest,
interesting.
and honestly, if we were playing at Truist, I like our chances.
Oh yeah, if it's the Truist, it's a done deal.
Oh, it's yeah, they're screwed.
Yeah, it's hard to beat us there.
Oh
We're
yeah,
we're kind of like playing the Dodgers at Dodger
and the
Stadium.
latrine that we suck
Yeah,
playing the Dodgers at.
yeah, for real. It's kind of like that, and it would be the same vibe at Petco in the playoffs and at Citizens Bank.
No, most definitely, no doubts about
Yeah,
it.
so, yeah,
But
definitely
yeah,
can't count them out.
but talking about the current season, what we going on? Uh, did you see what happened to Arcia? That was crazy. We have Albies go down. Arcia stepped in admirably. He's held his own, and you just hate to see him go down like that.
Yeah,
And
and
then you see
Darno's
the
down too.
emergence, all that too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a problem.
How long's Darno down for?
It said day to day, but
Thank God.
I don't know.
Contreras is he's a great offensive player,
Now,
but
he's getting
and
way
he's
better
getting
defensively
better as a
too.
catcher, but that's going to take time. You got to remember, he
Yeah.
didn't get that much seasoning in the minor leagues before we had to pull him up after the 8 catcher in 1 year debacle.
Well, yeah, we just brought up another guy to play backup for this like a home series coming up too.
Yeah, what did we ever do with the guy we picked up from the Brewers last year? We still have him?
Manny Pena.
Yeah, do we still have Pena?
Yeah, we still have him. He's probably hurt, or maybe that was just last. I don't know. I forget. No. That was this all season. So he's hurt, I guess.
Hurt, or we were carrying 2 catchers and had to have basically one as our DH when we needed to be having Ozuna
Wait.
as the DH.
Yeah, I mean, that ain't got nothing to do with this situation though. Like
No.
injury wise with catchers.
No, but I don't think I remember seeing Pena get
No,
hurt
he's
at
been
all.
injured. No, yeah, we didn't even see him get injured. He was just injured.
Oh yeah. Well, it's not one of those
Yeah.
situations you just see it in, right? But
Yeah. Grissom.
yeah, Grissom's emergence, man. It's
Yeah, that's been fun.
the kid's
I
barely
mean,
had any time at Double-A, but neither did Harris. And
Yeah.
Harris
Oh, and
is a rock
yeah,
star.
Harris. Harris is the rock star of the night too. He hit the 2-run bomb that won us the game tonight.
Yes, he did. And you remember
Yeah.
how I was telling you that my man Riley got robbed last year, right? Well, I don't think they're going to rob him this year. That man is straight up MVP caliber, killing it.
Yeah. Yeah, and they keep putting Goldsmith above him.
That is just ridiculous. I'm sorry.
I know.
Goldsmith.
Nobody puts barrels on balls like fucking Austin Riley.
No. And
Period.
Hands down.
It doesn't happen.
And I'm sorry. I know
You see
people.
tonight he had one fly out that was like every single time he puts the ball into play, which is every at bat,
Yes.
he barrels it. Whether it's an out or a double or a homer. It's one of those. He's unreal, man. He really is unreal.
Most definitely. Absolutely unreal. Just like. And can you believe there were people that were calling for us to trade him? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, people were frustrated for a while.
But
No, people. The only time I legitimately heard that where it might be a real thing was when Arenado was on the market and he was on the trade deadline. Like people were
yeah,
like, okay, we could give Colorado, Riley, then we take on that contract plus the money and get Arenado. That would have been the literally only acceptable thing that we could have done with him. And I still wouldn't want that to happen because I'd take Riley over Arenado any day.
I don't want to
But
speak.
if you were gonna trade him, that would have been the only thing that would have been acceptable.
Agreed, but at the same time, I'm not that big of a fan of Arenado. He's and
Yeah, I'd rather have Riley.
I don't want to speak ill of him, but he's not a team player. He's all about him.
Maybe, but I still think he is a team player. He wants to win. He wants to win.
Okay, so now that we've locked our, third baseman in for the future, I mean, that was a big contract, the biggest contract issued in Braves history. What are your thoughts on that?
We're raising our payroll.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. And no, that it makes me think about Dansby, honestly. It makes me think how many of these 100 plus mil, 200, mil contracts we're going to give out. We will give them out, but not in like a short time, like not in that short a time frame. So Dansby, I know he wants to stay here. He's got the same agent as Freddie.
He'll have to take the
They
same.
both want to stay here.
He'll have to take a hometown discount, man.
And it's not, I don't think that's going to happen. He's going to try to make his money. And I don't blame him.
I mean, you seen what happened with Freeman, didn't you? You seen?
Yeah, I know. And he made his money still, too.
Well, no. I mean, you seen he fired his agent. And then fired that whole entire agency, period. Like, and it has been put out there that the man, that final offer was kept from him.
Mm-hmm.
But you remember when me and you were talking about this 6 months ago, and neither one of us wanted to lose Freeman, but you said what? Best case scenario was we got Olsen and we extended him. In the end,
yeah, but the extending part was still a surprise.
No, you were right about it though.
I know,
That's
but
the thing.
I still wouldn't have expected us to spend the money to actually extend him. Like, well, I kind of did because we already knew that we were going to spend the money. It was either going to be on Freeman or somebody like him.
Yeah.
So we knew that much. Yeah, but the reason I don't want to lose Dansby is because he's kind of like Freeman. He's another heart, like another organ of this team. Like, say if Freddie Freeman was the heart, he's the liver.
Yeah.
Like, and Albies is our fucking, our lungs.
Yeah.
Like we can replace him on the field, but
the only way you
replace
him is with Trey Turner, and that's it.
Oh yeah.
Trey Turner would be if the only way that you let Dansby leave is if you can potentially slot. And I don't even want Dansby to leave. I'd rather have Dansby over Trey.
No.
The reason I say that is because of the team chemistry.
Yeah, but I think Trey could replicate
middle infielders, the middle infield in the whole entire major leagues. So,
I mean, we already do.
No, I was saying that's why I don't want to lose Dansby, is the team chemistry. But is he better than, say, Trey Turner? No.
Well, let's put it this way. Say they were both asking the same money. Like Dansby's gonna get overpaid by somebody. He's gonna get like 160, 170 mil contract. He's gonna get like a Javi Baez type contract from somebody. Yeah. Okay, like the Braves will balk at that
and the Tigers
automatically.
Are really regretting.
But if if Turner was available for a similar amount, we would go. I feel like we would go ahead, give Turner that money, and then just forget about our offense outside of like depth and like small pieces. We would just give him that money, forget about our offense, have everybody locked up, and then just focus on supplemental pitching, and we would be in a great position.
Well, don't forget, you also have to lock up Freed in general.
I know,
too,
that's what I
'cause that's
said.
the big
Pitching.
one.
Okay, but he's also getting he's gonna be 30 years old by the time he's a free agent. That's another thing. Freed's getting older. Like that's what I mean. Like if you could get Turner and literally have everybody on offense locked down,
Yeah,
then you wouldn't have to do much other spending.
you're absolutely right. Now, the other thing is, what news is there on Soroka? Is he coming
knows?
back? Is he not?
Who knows?
Because I've been checking the updates for it, right?
He's coming back, but we don't know what he's
We
gonna
don't
do.
know what we're gonna
That's
get.
simple.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know, if he's vintage him, then that creates a problem in the rotation. Because you got too many arms in there. You can't take Strider out, right? Strider's been.
Well, no, that would be a good problem. That's just depth.
That's a good.
We need
great,
depth.
great problem.
Somebody that's not Odorizzi.
Yeah, exactly.
These type of games.
Therefore,
Because he's batting practice.
yeah, he is. Morton, God, he looked bad in that last start, dude. Morton looked. Usually about this time of year, Morton's already locked in and is looking much like prime Morton. He's not looking like that right now.
He had a couple
Everything
good
he-
starts.
Everything he
Right
threw in
before
that
the-
game, Hunter,
Or
was
his
up
last-
in the zone. He had no pinpoint control at all. Off-speed stuff wasn't working.
Yeah, but I'm still willing to roll the dice with him.
Oh, of course, with him, you're going to roll
I mean,
the dice because he.
in a big game
Oh,
especially.
absolutely, absolutely. I'm just saying,
But,
right now, you got to
we don't have a
wonder: is
choice,
he going to
yeah.
settle in?
But he will. Yeah, he already is settling. He's going back and forth from settling in every game.
But I did
Because
it.
he had like 2 really solid starts where he was pinpointing his fastball, his pinpointing his curveball. When he's got that curveball working, he's
Oh,
good.
yeah.
He's lights up.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, before we finish this up, because I know we've been on, I think, about a good 30 minutes now.
Yeah, I gotta head to bed.
Let's hear a word from our sponsors and come back and finish the show.
Huge shout out to this video sponsor, BetUS. It's 2022 and tons of people are joining the online betting craze, and one of the best places to do that is BetUS. They offer live betting, fast payouts, and even betting on the go with their mobile app. And if you use promo code Tomatalk when you sign up, then you will get a 125% deposit match bonus up to $2,500 on your first deposit. That's $2,500 worth of free money. And like I always say, if it's free, it's for me. So go to BetUS and use our promo code Tomatalk, that's Tomatalk, Tomatalk, or click on the link in the description below. Get your offer today.
Hey guys, welcome back, and also another thank you from our wonderful sponsors, BetUS, and really a great organization. Have a lot of fun with them. Have an account myself, so. Anyways, man, it's good to have you back. It's
Yeah,
been a long
it
time.
feels good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Might be a long night tonight, but we'll get back on it and start getting some good
Yeah.
podcasts out here.
We'll start trying to get a more regular
Yeah.
schedule out there.
Yeah, that Tatis thing kind of got me fired up.
Yeah.
That got my wheels spinning a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I want to talk about that when we're not, several beers deep.
Right. Right.
Yeah, because I got some thoughts on that situation.
Yeah, and definitely next time we're gonna have to. I'm gonna try to get Tyler on, man. You guys will gel. Like he's
Sounds good.
real fun to talk to. Kind of reminds me. It was like I love going back and forth with him because it just reminds me of us doing the podcast together. So, but anyways, we got the doubleheader tomorrow, and
Let's pray for Ian and Mueller.
praying for both of them.
We got to at least split it. We can't lose another doubleheader.
And I hate to say this, but I'm praying for the Phillies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I kind of want the Phillies to catch a wild card spot, especially if we actually catch the division. But let the Phillies catch a wild card spot. They need to taste the playoffs. Let's see. I want to see what happens.
Oh no, it'd be interesting if all three teams were in.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So, but anyways, man, it has been a blast.
Yep.
And
nice.
Like I said, guys, thanks for your continued, patronage of the channel. It's great to have my original co-host back. And of course, love Nick to death, but it's good to have the team back sometimes,
Yeah.
And if you like this, hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. And if you got anything you want to see, leave a comment in the comment section. And as always, go Braves and chop on.
Peace. Chop on.